Blog Talk Radio.
Elena Radford was born in Peru and lived most of her life in South America. She came from a lineage that stemmed from an ancient Inca culture. This lineage of people possessed unique abilities that allowed them to see on many levels other than just the physical realm. Elena Radford had access to some of these spiritual gifts even at a young age. She had the ability to connect to other realities besides the physical realm, such as the soul, spirit, conscious, subconscious, and DNA. These sacred gifts have been carried throughout her lineage to her people to empower themselves. Elena wants to share her life experiences to allow her to bring the knowledge and wisdom we are seeking by telling us her story about how she became an Inca shaman and why she is so dedicated to empowering us in the new way of life that brings love and connection. She made contracts of love with her ancestors that allow her to channel and communicate their knowledge to the world as it is now. The message is that this knowledge will create a better world. Elena's teleseminars allow her to teach some of these techniques. Please visit www.elenaradford.com for more information. And now, welcome to Elena Radford.
Hello, everyone. It is so nice to be with you this morning and be able to share these experiences with you. And I have been thinking about how much I value my light workers. And today we get to talk about learning how to say no. And so let me go back into the past and share with you a memory that I had with me that has been very present this last week. I remember when I was 13 years old. And even though I have these experiences before, these feeling energies, this is the one that calls my attention the most. It was a Sunday, and I was with my family. We were in the country, and we were having a barbecue. And while my family was smiling and they were having a great time, and I was happy to be part of that, I had this desire, maybe the curiosity of a child, somebody so young, and I wanted to just be on my own and start walking by myself close to the river. And the closer I got to the river, it called to my attention that when I was looking in the floor, I can see these spiders everywhere. There were spiders over here, and they were black, and I was not afraid of them. But suddenly I heard a voice, and this voice told me to clearly to turn around and go back to where my family was at, because if I keep moving forward, I will find a nest of spiders. And I just look forward, I raise my head and look into what was coming to me in the front, and I can see all these hundreds and hundreds of spiders. The closer I got to the water, the more there were. The closer I got to the water, the more these spiders were there. So I turned around and I went back to my family. To my surprise, it was not the energy of screaming or saying, "Mom," and, everybody come here and help me. There's spiders everywhere. That was not a feeling that came to me. In fact, when I got close to my family, I never really shared about this. Not to this moment. They knew that. They know about that experience. Because it's not what it was calling my attention. What it was calling my attention was this voice, the voice that, I always felt before. The love that was generated while he sent the message, and the peaceful feeling that came with it. I felt safe. It was a great, great opportunity for me to understand what was love and feeling safe about what was about. Later on in my life, when I chose to come here to the United States, and before I got to that, this voice stayed with me, which was my ancestor, my whole life until I was until I was 19 when I came here to the United States. But this voice always said to me, "Stay away from judgment. Stay away from making yourself right or wrong. Otherwise, you'll contaminate this energy." And even though he didn't say the words right or wrong, he was very clear into don't be critical about others. Accept others for what they are. And so in that energy, he said very clearly to me, you will keep our communication clear. And so when I came here to the United States, I was so eager to be part of this new society, this new part of me that was going to be beautiful. And in the process of wanting this so much, I started looking into a conversation that I was not exposed before when I was in the communication with the energy of the mountains and my light workers. As a part of being part of the group, I started becoming competitive and I started accepting the ideas. Instead of saying, no, this is not what I was trying to be, or this is not what it feels right in my heart, I start buying into the ideas of comparing myself with others. Seeing how in my difference, my beauty of a person was compared to the beauty of somebody who had much more advantage into the way how they, in the dating scenes, the beauty is what they call the most important thing in the dating scene because it was part of gaining knowledge about themselves. So instead of me saying, no, I'm not going to buy into this because everybody is beautiful, and it's not really about beauty, but it's about the feelings that we carry and how we communicate with others, I start losing my contact. And I stopped hearing the voice. It was not until later on when I was driving my car and I was coming out of marriage and I was separating with my husband that I looked back into my heart again and I said, what happened? I did not marry to get divorced. I did not get married to get divorced. And I heard this voice again. And the moment I heard the voice, it was so clear. I stopped saying, no, this does not work for me. I was so eager to be a part of something, which in my case was my college years. I was so eager to be part of that I didn't say no to a lot of things that were not for my higher self. And I know this will help you. There's a reason why this has been this energy with me the last few days, because the more I have been looking into the world right now, there's so many people that got in situations that are not very comfortable, and they're getting in situations because we have forgot to say no. We're so eager to be part of something, or to disappoint someone, or to look bad, or to take care of an image, that we stop hearing our hearts, and we stop saying no to things that are not working for ourselves. So I think our commitment is to check in our lives this week and be able to see, why are we still buying into the game and we have not saying no? What's the benefit of it? And if there's not really any benefit that comes back to your heart, it makes you feel that you're powerful, wanted, and accepted, then it's time to learn to start saying no to things that are not working with you. Because if I had stayed in my heart when I was 19 years old, I would probably haven't had those experiences that were painful, and I would probably have gone into the direction of getting divorced because I was not listening to my heart. We need to look into the outcome of not knowing how to say no. So check in your heart and find the value in your heart, what you're looking for, and it's time to start saying no, so you can be able to go back into the frequency of the balance that you're looking for. It's not too late. We all can go back into the energy of balance. And this is a message that comes from my ancestor, the one that who always made me feel the love and feeling safe are 2 points of reference in learning how to say no. And for that, I thank you, each one of you, for listening to this message. And I thank my light worker for having that beautiful love for us, that his love gets to be so powerful that can cross over to a different dimension to give this message to us, because he knows that we're going to need it for things to come and what's coming in the new in the new awakening of this world. For that, thank you, and I wish all of you a wonderful, wonderful week.
You have been listening to My Life as an Inca Shaman. For more information about our programs, please visit our website, www.elenaradford.com.